I learned the best quality in the world, which is not giving a rip about what other people think about you. I got it from my dad. And that's the most important quality that I think a lot of entrepreneurs are worried about. They're worried about what their family's gonna think. They're worried about what their cousins are gonna think about their business opportunity.
What's going on? This is Eric Kristen, Michael Barayev with Spearheaded. And today is Monday. And as you know, every Monday we spit fire.
Yeah,
spit the truth.
We spit fire and we spit the truth and nothing but the truth. And today's topic is about what?
Being yourself.
Absolutely. Listen, I know a lot of people are afraid. They're so worried about being themselves. They're so worried about others thinking about them a specific way. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine living your life and all day, every single waking hour, you are concerned and consumed by other people's opinions of you? How crazy is that? And that's the crazy world that we live in, because everyone's on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on Twitter, they're on all these different platforms, and all they're thinking about is what do others think of them? And they never have a chance to just be themselves. Sometimes people fake it just to make it. That's some bullshit someone told them that it's, that's the truth. It's not the truth, man. You should not fake it to make it. You should actually be yourself. And when you become yourself, you will eventually make it. You don't have to be the best version of somebody else. You have to be the best version of yourself. And that's what it's all about. Life is about getting yourself to the next level and progressing in a positive direction. So we're going to give you guys today the 5 reasons of why you should be you and not worry about being somebody else and not try to compare yourself to the Kardashians or compare yourself to the LeBron James or compare yourself to the Currys and all kinds of other nonsense out there. You need to compare yourself to your best. You need to compare yourself. I heard this a long time ago, that the definition of hell is you actually meeting the 2.0 version of yourself and actually saying, oh my God, who are you? You're having no clue who the hell this person is. You know what I mean? And that's the definition of hell. So, we're going to kind of get to it in a second, but let me hear your opinion. Why do you think that most people don't actually be themselves? Why do you think they're all kind of consumed about, trying to match this TV reality nonsense?
Well, there's 2 angles, okay? Some people are trying to, from one angle, cover up who they are because society has placed a lot of judgment and to be honest, social media and the world places a lot of judgment and restrictions on who they think, you should be. I'll give an example. A lot of people who are homosexual do not want to come out because they're afraid of being judged and all the things. Now, obviously, in today's day and age, a lot more people have come out. There's a lot of things that people will hide because they don't feel comfortable expressing those things.
So they're afraid of getting judged, basically.
They're afraid of getting judged. But the other side of it, sometimes, people just want to fake who they are so they can look like a better version of themselves. Like all these people that are, posting all these things about, money or fancy cars or all these things, and rap videos.
You know what I realized? Nobody ever posts their failures. Like, I try to do that as much as I can. I try to put some failures up there. Like, I have some bad days, and I want to take a video of myself. Yo, what's up, guys? It's a struggling day today, but it's all Gucci. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna survive. Gives people some hope. You never can actually create hope by talking about your successes. Well, you create inspiration from your failures, and that's what I learned.
That's deep. Here's something else that's deep. A lot of people don't know how to find strength in vulnerability. Ooh. And so what a lot of times people do is they're afraid to come off as vulnerable because they think it shows weakness. Yep. And we're all human, and so it's okay to be you can be strong and vulnerable at the same time as long as you know how to, as long as you know how to carry yourself.
And that stems from having a good self-image. Like, I personally don't care about making mistakes in front of my team. What's going on? This is Michael Barayev with making... I'm so used to spitting fire. What's going on? This is... No, wait. How do I do it? As a matter of fact, I always, when I make mistakes, I'm the first one to say, "No, my fault." Why? Because it's okay. Like, you don't have to be perfect to be a great leader. You don't have to be perfect to be an amazing basketball player. As a matter of fact, the more failure you have, the more successes you actually accomplish. So, like, I learned, like, listen, when you're wrong, you just tell your team you're wrong. And they're waiting for you to say, "Hey, I'm wrong. Hello." And if you just be yourself and not sit there and try to walking around the tulips, your life will be so much easier. Like, we're going to give you 5 reasons why you should be yourself. But I guarantee you, if you just be you, God made you this beautiful person. Stop trying to change yourself. Some of you girls be putting so much makeup Unbelievable. I don't even know who you are when you take it off. It's scary. I'm sorry. I love you girls, but listen. Just put on a little bit of, listen, to make yourself a little bit, to enhance the beauty, that's fine. But when you look like a completely different person after everything's said and done, there's a problem. There's a problem with how you think about yourself. And this is not to attack you people, because there's guys out there too. Guys be doing steroids too. I know a lot of guys do steroids. That's not because they want to get big. They have a low self-image, and if one muscle's not curved the right way, they got to go to the gym 16 times a day. I mean, it's a mental blockage from you actually becoming the best version of yourself if you're concerned about what others think of you every single time of the day.
I think so. The more we talk about it, the more I realize how complex that concept is. Because there's so many complexities, because the psychology of who you are goes all the way back to the day you're born and the way you were raised, and there's so many intricacies about how people end up having the psychology or the mindset that they do. That's very difficult to answer the reason why people don't want to be. Sometimes they don't even know who they are. So it's, if you don't know who you are, how can you technically always be yourself? And so you have to be able to find yourself first before you can be that version of
and there's always two worlds people live in. There's one world with everyone knowing what's going on, and there's another world where nobody has a clue what you're going through. Like, it's in your own head.
About my browser history?
You don't like your browser history. Don't go to his browser history. It's crazy.
That's my other world.
That's your other world, right? But what I mean about that is people have their own second world where things are very deep, demonic or problematic, or whatever the case is. It could be positive, it could be anything, right? But nobody really knows what goes on behind closed doors. And when you really live your life, the way you live your life outside, the way you live inside, you live a transparent life. Like I said myself, I live in a glass door house, right? Glass wall house, because you, like the way I am here on this podcast.
What happens if someone's playing baseball?
I mean, if they're playing baseball, it's gonna crack and break. But what I'm saying is this: the way I live my life at home is the way I live my life outside. Like I'm not gonna hide the fact that I get angry sometimes. That's who I am sometimes, and that's fine.
Well, the other day you kind of had a bit, not an anger emotional, but you had some emotion in another type of emotion.
Yeah.
But you were okay. I felt honored because you trusted me to be a little bit vulnerable in that situation.
And you know what's crazy? I shared some stuff with you because it was important for me to you gotta share something with somebody that you trust and get a different perspective. And that was helpful because I was being me. I was like, listen, let me be real with myself and say, okay, this is what's going on. This is the current situation. What do I need to do? Okay, well, I don't give a shit about anyone else's opinion, but let me ask someone that I trust and respect. What do they think about the situation? You gave me some great insight from a different angle. I was like, interesting. I didn't see it from that angle. And now it actually helped me make a better decision on some of the choices I'm making in business and in life and stuff like that. So that's what a partnership is all about. That's a different conversation and a different podcast. But remember, being yourself is key. Being yourself is going to get you farther in life than you try to be somebody else.
So let me ask you a question. What is the number one reason to be yourself? Or at least the number one reason that we have
The number one to be yourself is that you'll never, ever, I don't care how hard you try, be the best version of me. It's impossible. You will never be the best version of LeBron James. You will never be the best version of anybody but yourself. Now, if you're LeBron James and you're watching this podcast, what's up, man? But he can only be the best version of himself. Eric can only be the best version of himself. I can only be the best version of myself. So I don't compare my worst to other people's bests, because that's what fucks you up in here. A lot of people compare their fucking imperfections with someone else's perfections, and now they think they're fucking imperfect, and then they start crying about it. Like, at the end of the day, nobody will be the best version of you. Nobody will be just like you. And when you understand that powerful law that no one will beat you when it comes to being yourself, you start to live this freeing life. It's like, I'll give you an example. Imagine you're walking. We went hiking the other day. It was amazing, actually, right? And we're in Bear Mountain. We're going through the hikes, and there's a bunch of rocks everywhere. Imagine if I had a book bag with me. I took every single rock that I saw, and I didn't like it. I put it in my backpack. Imagine by the time we're at the 15-minute mark or 30-minute mark, and I put a bunch of rocks in there. What do you think would happen? I feel so tired because I would have all this weight dragging me down. That's what most people do. They carry all these imperfections with them from other people's opinions. They put in their backpack, put in their backpack, put in their backpack. By the time everything's said and done, they're carrying fucking loads of shit.
That's pretty powerful shit.
Hoping to win. You know what I'm saying? So be the best version of yourself. What I like for you to do, take the bag of rocks, take it off, throw it off the cliff, and just be yourself. It's so liberating. It's so free to just be you and not worry about what other people think about you.
Here's another question. Is that something that you feel like you can, is that like just a decision? Hey, today I'm going to be myself, or is that something that takes development?
It takes development. I mean, anything in life takes development. If you want to stop smoking weed, you want to stop drinking alcohol, you want to stop anything, you want to stop being an addict to something, you got to take steps to it. It's a compound effect. You can't just wake up in the morning and say, I'm the best. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it can if you try, but you're probably going to burn yourself out. Okay? Why? Because Because you haven't made it a rock solid decision in the bottom of your heart. And in order to do that, it's got to seep in slowly. See, the best way the devil destroys a lot of people these days is by, putting in bullshit ass nonsense out there. Porn, drugs, alcohol, parties, all that stuff, little by little. See, let me give you a question. If you start drinking alcohol today and tomorrow morning you die, would anyone ever drink alcohol? If you drink alcohol tonight and you die tomorrow, you think people are going to drink alcohol? No. Why? Because if you drink alcohol, you're going to die right away. Now, how many people drink alcohol and slowly but surely they get into this habit and they become an alcoholic, and slowly over years it kills them? See, most people, the best drug is the compound effect. That's the best drug. That's the best alcohol problem because it slowly kills you. And my opinion is that when you make small decisions over time, they can add up to being a positive thing or add up to being a negative thing. And you got to start building yourself up to understand that, hey, these little decisions that you're making can build you up. These little decisions you're making can make you better. And that's going to become the best version of yourself by focusing on working on yourself, focusing on improving yourself, and not worrying about comparing yourself to freaking Oprah or Kim Kardashian or whoever the hell else you look up to. That makes sense? So that's what I think. The number two thing is, and I'm going to ask you a little bit about it, people appreciate authenticity. Why do you think people appreciate authenticity?
Wagwan! Sorry.
He got Tourette's, by the way.
Yeah, that was me being myself. So.
Yeah. That was being, there you go, I like that. You're being authentic. People appreciate that. But why do you think people appreciate that authenticity?
Because when you come off as fake, and this kind of bleeds into number three, people don't trust, fakeness, and they don't know what to expect. And at least when you're transparent and you're authentic, I love that word, authentic, people, they like to follow authenticity, and they believe in it, and it's something that's real, and it's something that's genuine, and because it's bullshit, real and it's genuine, people will trust your intentions, and people will appreciate that more. I mean,
they respect you too.
I think it's one of those things where it's like it doesn't even need to be broken down. I think just the statement of people appreciate authenticity is says it in itself.
It does. I mean, I appreciate. I always tell, especially when I hire people, just tell me the truth, man. Just straight shoot. Just tell me what it is, man. Tell me if you're lazy. Tell me if you're not gonna do this. Like, don't waste my time. And especially with relationships these days. I mean, you meet a girl, you start talking to her, she bullshitting you just to impress you. Listen, tell me how it is. You got 9 fingers, just let me know. I just want to know, man. I ain't gonna judge, man. I mean, I've talked to you because you have 9 fingers, but I mean, I don't know. I probably
thought she was picking her nose, but she just had her knuckle to her.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you an example. Like, people gotta be you. Why would you want to waste your time lying to other people and being fake to other people that eventually they're gonna catch up? Because yourself will bleed out of your body. You cannot change and be this fake person 24/7. Somehow, someway, you gotta kind of like just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think, people appreciate about you, obviously, is because you're very authentic. You don't give a shit, and I respect that. Like, dude, I am who I am. You don't like it? Kiss my. You understand? So the next reason why you want to be yourself is it builds trust, which is what you kind of led into. It builds trust with other people. You see, if I know who you are, and I know there's no agenda, and I know who you are as an individual, I can trust you. People don't trust unpredictability. People don't trust people they can't really kind of understand. If they don't understand you, they're gonna kind of be like this, standoffish. Like, what's going on with this guy? What's his intention? Is he trying to hurt me? Is he trying to help me? Is he trying to take money from me? Is he trying to bang on me with a hammer? Like, what does he want from me? Like, when you understand someone's agenda very clearly from the day one, it just makes things so much easier. People start to trust you. So when I meet people, I always tell them exactly what I expect out of them. I don't tell them what I want them to tell them just to get them in, and then all of a sudden I got them. No, it's all psychological nonsense and bullshit and coercing and manipulating. I don't do that shit. This is what I need. This is what I need from you. This is what I want. This is what I won't need. Blah, 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 blah. We break it down. They know me. I know them. It's all trustworthy. And that's how people respect me. Now, remember, when you're coaching a team, sometimes you have to be yourself. Like, you got to know, hey, listen, this is who I am. If you don't like it, like, listen, I'm sorry. And by you being honest with them, they respect you. People respect people, and people trust people that are authentic and themselves. And when you start doing that, when you start building a team, dude, that's one-on-one in leadership, man. You gotta learn how to have people trust you. And how do you have them trust you? Just be you.
I think that it also, just thinking about it a little bit, when you're truly yourself, people respect that courage, because it's not always. Because sometimes people are very different, right? And they have insecurities, or they have things about them that they really don't want the world to know. But if you're open and transparent and authentic and you're willing to show the world those insecurities, that takes a lot of courage and people will recognize it.
I'm gonna tell you something. I remember as a kid, my father used to have this weird laugh, right? People used to think that, it's kind of weird, but he used to laugh, ha ha, like loud, right? And as a kid, I was like embarrassed by it. But then I grew up later, I was like, embarrassed, bro. Why the fuck am I embarrassed when my dad laughed? That's his fucking laugh. That's who he is. God forbid if he's laughing in a fucking, comedy club. I know where he's sitting at. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a rip? He was just being himself. And I learned how to be myself and my dad. Like, he was just being himself. He didn't give a shit. I learned the best quality in the world, which is not giving a rip about what other people think about you. I got it from my dad. And that's the most important quality that I think a lot of entrepreneurs are worried about. They're worried about what their family's gonna think. They're worried about what their cousins are gonna think about their business opportunity. So many people see an awesome opportunity, lick their fucking finger and ask everyone their opinion. And then come back and say, oh, I'm not doing this, or whatever.
Mom, I like goats.
There you go. Right? That's being authentic. He's being really, really authentic in a weird, creepy way. But that's fine. But I respect that, Nice. Now, the next thing, okay? When you be yourself, you don't stress yourself out. Think about it. When you're yourself, you don't stress yourself out. It's just you. Like when you start thinking about how many, I don't know if you watched the movie Split. I didn't watch it, but I just
You have to be someone different for everyone.
Oh my God, you gotta lie to this person, lie to that girl, lie to that guy, lie to this, lie to that. Oh, you can't say this, hide that. You're living in a box of lies, and one day the house of cards are gonna fall apart. I mean, it's just so stupid. Just be yourself, man. And listen, my man Tony knows what's up. Like when he doesn't get things done the right time, I tell him what's up. I tell him exactly how I feel.
He knows.
I tell him exactly how I feel. I tell him what I feel about it. I tell him what we need to do to improve on that. And if it doesn't improve, like we gotta part ways. Like why? Why should I convince somebody to be with me when they don't want to be themselves? When they don't want to do their part? When they don't want to do this? It doesn't make any sense. Hey, this is how I feel. This is my honest opinion about it. Okay, great. This is what you feel. Great. Let's sit down and talk about it, and we come to a conclusion. And you know what's crazy? I promise you, Tony respects me because I'm honest and I'm blunt about it. I don't put him down. I don't shit on him, but I tell him the truth. And just like I am with you, with everybody else. I love being myself because I don't have to deal with that extra layer of stress.
Now, I will say
nonsense stress.
To add to that point, thank you very much. Being yourself doesn't necessarily always equal transparency. What I mean by that is just because I'm being myself doesn't mean I have to just say every little thing that I'm thinking and feeling.
No.
Part of being myself might be holding certain things in or like.
Well, when I say like being transparent, like being yourself, meaning like don't have a hidden agenda where it's hurting other people. Just be yourself.
Well, that's one aspect of it.
Yeah, maybe one aspect because like I don't have to tell Tony like what I ate for breakfast today. Like he doesn't care about that. Like I know, oh by the way, I ate eggs and cheese, right? This and that. Like none of his business, right? But I don't have to tell him but I have to tell him things that are things that have to do with him and his life. I gotta tell him. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's say I can't afford Tony as an example. Let's say business is crazy, blah blah blah, as an example. Bad example, but I'm give it. And I can't pay Tony. Or let's say payroll system is down. I'm not gonna tell Tony, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fine, and just bullshit him. I'm gonna tell him the truth. Put your shit back on, right? I'm gonna tell him the truth. Why am I gonna tell him the truth? Because I'm being myself, man. I'm being authentic, and he's gonna respect that. He'll understand if he misses his paycheck for, let's say, a week, as an example. Okay? Right. But I'll give it back to him the next week. I'm just saying a crazy example, right? He understands that. Because he understands that, he knows I'm real, and I am who I am. He knows who I am. He doesn't have to worry about it. But if I always keep making excuses and lies and this and that, I'm late. There's no predictability. Deuces, my friend. So it's very important to not stress yourself out just by being yourself. You just be yourself.
So what do we got for number 5? 5 is allowed.
You gotta feel good and have some self-confidence. Okay? Because when you start being yourself, you feel good and have some confidence. Like right now, you have a lot of confidence to open up your chest.
So
okay, all the girls right here, right? So what I think. My opinion.
Why does it feel good to be yourself?
This is my opinion. When you just be yourself and you don't care what other people think about you and you're just you, it's such a relieving feeling. It just makes you feel confident about yourself. There's nothing more sexy than seeing a confident woman or a confident man. Like I don't know if you guys seen this. I've seen beautiful women and beautiful men, and if they don't have confidence when they talk to you, it just, I don't know, man. It's just, you gotta have some confidence, man. I've seen some ugly people, no disrespect. I mean, they're not, something deforming going on. And they have the fucking confidence to talk to anybody and do anything, and I respect that. Because they are happy with being in themselves. And I think it all stems from being happy. You see, I don't just chase business and chase money and I am freaking happy in my life. I'm really, really happy. Like, I'm happy with what I do. My life is filled with abundance. I have a lot of prosperity around me. I have a lot of awesome friends. Situations come up. Yeah, I got a couple best friends. Got situations that pop up, but at the end of the day, bro, I'm so freaking happy with what I'm doing and what my life is all about that I just want to just have a good time, man. And I feel good about myself because I am me. I'm not trying to change myself and be this fake person, okay? Be this fake person just to appease a certain group or just to appease a certain party or just to appease this to that, right? I am who I am and I love myself, and whoever wants to love me at the same time, awesome as well. And if they don't like it, that's fine. That's no big deal, because at the end of the day, I'm not chasing anybody but the best version of myself.